Hey guys, so here we are again outside. It is really, really nice out, so I figured that instead of recording that I would go live again. I've had a couple conversations with people today, and not just today, just this week in general, that where they're saying that basically the way they feel about themselves is I don't know how to explain this because I don't want to use anyone's words specifically, but basically that they are their credit score. And I want to tell you, before I say anything else, before I share with you the story that I want to share with you, you are not your credit score. Your credit score is not you, okay? And that's very, very important for you to understand. And it took me a long, long time to actually grasp that and understand what that means. And I'm not trying to be all like touchy-feely or visualize, like, none of that. This is just straight up real talk. You are not your credit score. And if you allow your feelings about your credit or how anything that anyone says to you because of your credit, or any of the things that you're missing out on because of your credit, or things that your parents tell you, or your spouse, or your friends, or anything that your credit makes you feel, okay, anything that your credit makes you feel, you need to let it all go. Because you are not your credit. You are not your credit. You were never your credit. I don't give a crap if you have a 700 score. I don't care if you have an 800 score. I don't care if you have a 400 score. You are not your credit. And yes, there's a reason why I'm repeating myself, because maybe you didn't hear me the first time I said it. Maybe you didn't hear me the second time I said it. But you're going to hear me now. You are not your credit score, okay? What that means is that you can't allow yourself, right? Because we have filters, and it's the same thing as when you watch the news. The news is nothing other than a load of violence and all this other kind of stuff. You allow these things to come through your filter and to affect the way that you feel, the way that you think, and all that kind of stuff. And the way you feel about yourself is no different, right? When your mom yells at you, when your dad yells at you, when your spouse tells you that you're a piece of shit, when your kids don't want to listen to you, all of these things go through your filter and you end up processing them, right? So if you are internalizing these things, even if it's you telling you, right, you're not going to, there's something that I don't know how to put it in words. You need to stop thinking this way. Basically, that's just the bottom line. All right, let me tell you a story. So obviously, I had bad credit. I no longer have bad credit because I fixed my credit. But I was turned down for a job, right? I'm not even talking about a freaking career. I'm talking about a job. I was turned down for a job regardless of all of my qualifications. I was turned down for this stupid job because of my credit, right? So I speak 5 languages. I have like 4 degrees. I'm certified in like a million different things. I'm still going to school. Like, I'm always going to go to school. Like, I love learning the same way that I love teaching. I love learning, right? So I have this laundry list of qualifications, and I was more qualified for this position at this company than the person that was interviewing me. I was more qualified actually than the top person, like not the CEO, but like the top, like, regular dude, you know what I mean? So, but my credit, everything was good until they ran my credit. I'm like, yes, I got this job, yay, you know, because at that time I was only making like, what was it, like $7.25 an hour or whatever. I was still living with my parents. I was making like $7.25 an hour, and you know, when you got nails to do and all that kind of stuff, like, that's just not enough money, you know. My gas tank was always on empty, like, it just wasn't enough money. So I really, really wanted this position. I was thinking, you know, this is really going to take me far. I'm going to, you know, blah, blah, blah. I already saw all of these things I was building out, like, you know, like the next 2 years just based off of this one stupid job, right? And then I get the call, and they're like, yeah, no, your credit sucks. I mean, no offense, your credit sucks. So unfortunately, we can't give you this job. But I heard McDonald's is hiring, and I'm like, dude, fuck you, okay? Yes, that's what I said. Super unprofessional. I said that, I hung up, and yeah, that was all bad. But the entire point behind this was that for the next like 2 months, I felt like shit about myself. I felt like absolute step in dog shit when you're walking, step on snails without flip-flops on type of shit, right? Like, I was like, it affected me at the job that I did have. It affected me in school. I felt worthless because I couldn't get a job because some number that's not even me. I have all these qualifications. You're hiring me. But some number that a computer told you or Experian told you or wherever you got this number from told you that you shouldn't hire me because of my credit. Like, what? Like, are you serious? That's crazy, right? So I internalized all of this, and it seriously affected me. And it took me a while to figure out that, dude, I'm not my credit score. I'm not my credit score. Like, and at that time, I think I had like a 4 something or whatever. It's not the worst that it had ever been. The worst it was ever was a 398. If you know me, you know that I had a bunch of surgeries, and that's why I do what I do, because of my credit, right? I had to like get into this because of my credit, right? So I was already feeling a certain sort of way, but I had been consistently trying to better myself, right? Staying in school and learning more, and applying to other places and learning different languages and all these different things. I like to paint and all whatever, dude. Like, there's all these things that I was doing to better myself so that I can move on with my life, so that I could move out of my parents' house, so that all that kind of stuff. But I wasn't able to because of the way that I felt about myself, because of this one incident. This one incident totally screwed me, right? And it was me allowing me to screw myself. It wasn't my credit screwing me. It was me allowing me to screw myself. Now, if you don't understand what that means, then maybe this isn't the live or video or whatever for you. All I'm saying is that things are going to happen in your life that you cannot control, right? You can't go back in the past and you can't fix things. You can't control the future, but you can control your actions, right? And part of your actions is controlled by the way that you think and the way you feel, right? Because that is what actually fuels you to do whatever action it is that you're going to do. So the place that you actually start, and now my kids are at the door trying to come out here, but the way that you actually start this is by changing the way that you think. And you cannot allow yourself to think or feel that you are your credit, that you are your credit report, all right? I actually had someone, I was engaged, not to the dude that I married, but I was engaged to somebody else, and he actually broke up with me over my credit, right? So I could go on and on and on. I have a million stories about all this stupid shit that happened to me because of my credit, the things that I lost out on, right? But it got me to where I am here, helping you guys and helping my clients and helping the people that I teach and helping the companies that I actually go to these huge ass companies, and I educate their employees so that they can make better decisions at their companies, right? So I wouldn't be able to do all these awesome things that I'm doing now if I hadn't gone through this. So I wouldn't go back and change the past even if I could. But what I am saying is that if I had been able to change the way that I felt about me, right? Thinking that I'm as shitty as my credit score, thinking that, they should have hired me because of me, not because of my credit score, and, oh, I must be a real fucked up person and all that kind of stuff. I allowed myself to feel that way. And if you allow yourself to believe those things, these stories that we tell ourselves, and this doesn't just go about credit, this goes about when, you're your sister, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, whatever, when you get in a fight and they say some really nasty shit to you and you start believing it and you internalize it and you're like, oh man, I really must be a sucky person because, he or she or they said this about me, right? So you need to stop and you need to change your filter and stop allowing these things to come in. And you'll notice that by changing the way that you think about yourself, changing the stories that you tell about yourself, and changing your perception on them, it's going to drastically change your life, right? And no, once again, I'm not into that whole touchy-feely, honky-dory shit. What I am is a real person that actually experienced real things that, you know, that you're going through. And so I know how it feels like to not get the job, to not get the promotion, to not get the boyfriend or girlfriend, or to lose the boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife, or to not get the credit, to not get the car, to not get the house, to not get the whatever, just because of a number tells that person that they should or should not, right? So anyways, that was my thought for the day. And yeah, my phone is going weird because it's buzzing, so I apologize about that. But yeah, that is, I guess, it. That is it for today, folks. I see that I had some people, lost some people, had some people, lost some people, and that's totally cool, because that's totally cool. All right, guys, I have some kids to put some clothes on. They just got out of the tub, so I gotta go throw some clothes on them. I will see you guys later, but please just remember, when it comes to your credit, stop internalizing that number, because that number is not you. That number is not that awesome, super special, one-of-a-kind, unique person that you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care where you are. I don't care what you are. I don't care any of that stuff. What I do care is that there's more people that believe these things than there really should be. There shouldn't be anybody who believes this kind of shit, right? And that's what is important. So whoever you are, wherever you are, I want you to know that you are not your credit. You are not your score. You are important. There's nobody like you on the face of this planet, even if you are a twin or a triplet or whatever, all right? So just remember that you are unique, and you have something that is unique to you and is special to you that you can go out and share with the world, all right? So that is all that I wanted to talk about tonight. I'll see you guys later. Bye.